Slipping on the court in the middle of a rally is the worst. One quick move and suddenly your footing's gone. That's where the right pair of squash shoes can really change how you move and react during a game. In this video, I'll be talking about the best squash shoes, matched for a few different categories, so it's easy to find something that fits your playing style and comfort. All the product links are down in the description if you want to check them out. And if you enjoy videos like this, go ahead and like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future reviews. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll be checking there. Let's get right into the reviews. ASICS Gel Rocket 12. Best overall men's squash shoes and best squash shoes for plantar fasciitis. This one hits that sweet spot between comfort and control that most players look for. It feels quick on your feet, but still gives enough support to handle those sudden side steps and lunges. The upper part is light and breathable, so your feet don't start cooking halfway through a long match, which, trust me, is a real thing. What stands out most is the cushioning. The gel inside the midsole soaks up impact really well, making it easier on your heels and arches. That's a big deal if you deal with soreness or plantar fasciitis. The midfoot structure adds a nice bit of stability without making the shoe feel stiff, and the flex grooves underneath help you move naturally in every direction. The traction grips the court nicely, so those quick stops feel smooth instead of sketchy. It's priced in that budget to mid-range area, and for what it offers, that's pretty great value. This pair delivers a balanced mix of comfort, cushioning, and agility that works for all levels of play. ASICS Women's Upcourt 6. Best overall women's squash shoes. This pair keeps things light, steady, and breathable, pretty much everything you'd want for fast games and long rallies. The mesh upper lets air flow through nicely, so your feet don't overheat after a few matches. The structure gives a snug, supportive feel that helps with those quick side steps without being too tight or stiff. The cushioning feels just right for a shoe in this range, soft enough to take the edge off each landing, but still responsive when you push off. What's nice is that it holds up well even with regular use, which says a lot for a budget pair. Plus, the sock liner is made with a process that uses less water and cuts down on emissions, so that's a small win for the planet too. A few people mention that the sizing can run a bit small or narrow, so going up half a size might make things more comfortable. Other than that, the traction and durability are impressive for the price. If you're after a lightweight, dependable shoe that feels quick on the court without draining your wallet, this one checks all the right boxes for women who play hard and move fast. Nike HyperAce 3. Best overall Nike squash shoes. This pair feels fast and sharp, the kind of shoe that keeps up with quick reactions and sudden direction changes. The structure gives great side-to-side support, which helps a lot during fast rallies or when you need to plant your foot and move instantly. The mesh upper keeps the airflow steady, so your feet stay cool through longer matches. The cushioning is one of its best parts. The foam midsole absorbs impact nicely, and the Air Zoom units add that springy comfort that makes every step feel lighter. It gives a smooth balance between support and flexibility, which makes it easy to stay light on your toes without losing control. The traction is strong and dependable, giving you a steady grip on the court without that sticky feeling. The overall shape does run a bit narrow, so anyone with wider feet might want to go half a size up. It sits in the mid-range to premium price level, but the quality really matches that. The clean look, good stability, and comfort make it a favorite among players who want a shoe that feels ready for quick, aggressive play and looks sharp doing it. Salming Eagle. Best Salming squash shoes. This one's made for players who like a steady, supportive feel underfoot without losing speed. The structure gives a really nice mix of control and flexibility, which makes quick turns and lunges feel natural. The upper uses a cage-style mesh that holds the foot securely while staying breathable, so it doesn't feel heavy or stiff during long matches. The midsole has a responsive cushioning system that softens impact, but still gives you that springy rebound to push off the court. It's paired with a strong grip pattern underneath. That hexagrip setup really locks in traction, especially when you're making fast stops or pivots. The heel is shaped for balance and protection, helping to keep your ankles steady during sharp direction changes. What's cool is the little design details that make a difference, like the roll bar that helps when pushing off from awkward angles, or the shock-absorbing insert that reduces strain during longer sessions. The only small drawback is that the sizing can feel a bit off compared to other brands, so you might need to go up half a size. Sitting in the mid-range price level, this shoe hits a sweet balance between comfort, grip, and durability, a strong pick for players who value control and stability. Head Sonic 2000 Mid, best squash shoes for ankle support. If you've ever rolled an ankle mid-match, you know how quick that pain can ruin your rhythm. This pair gives that extra bit of protection right where it's needed, around the ankle. The mid-top design feels supportive, but still allows enough movement to stay quick on your feet. The mix of mesh and synthetic leather keeps things breathable and durable, which helps during long sessions on the court. The traction is one of the best parts. The gum rubber sole grips the floor really well, keeping your footing steady during quick stops and turns. The EVA midsole adds cushioning, which helps soften landings and takes some pressure off the knees and heels. Comfort-wise, it's a bit of a mixed bag. Some people find them perfectly snug, while others say they fit a bit tight, especially around the toe box. The arch support is decent, but if you like extra lift under the arch, you might notice it could be stronger. They sit in the budget to mid-range price level, and for that, they deliver strong stability and dependable grip. For players who want ankle support without losing flexibility, this pair does a great job keeping you steady through fast-paced play. Head Grid 2.0, best squash shoes for wide feet. Finding a shoe that fits wider feet can be a challenge. It's either too tight or feels like your foot's swimming in it. This one strikes a nice middle ground. The fit is roomy enough for comfort but still hugs the foot well, giving you stability on quick cuts and lunges. The mix of synthetic leather and air mesh keeps the shoe light and breathable, so it doesn't feel stuffy after long sessions on the court. The traction is one of its strong suits. The gum rubber outsole grips even on slightly dusty courts, which makes those sudden stops feel smooth and secure. The cushioning has a nice balance, soft enough to absorb shock without feeling spongy, and it even has a cooling system built in to help with airflow. The flat heel design adds to that stable feeling, which helps keep your balance steady during faster play. The durability can vary a bit. Some players say it lasts for months without issue, while others mention the sole might wear quicker with heavy use. For a budget to mid-range option, it delivers dependable comfort, great grip, and a shape that's friendly for wider feet. A solid choice for players who need room without losing control. ASICS Blade FF, best squash shoes for narrow feet. This one feels built for players who like a tighter, more locked-in fit. The shape naturally hugs the foot, which makes it a great choice for anyone with narrow feet who's tired of sliding around inside their shoes. The raised heel collar adds a nice bit of support, keeping the heel from slipping when you're moving fast or changing direction suddenly. The cushioning feels light and springy thanks to the Flight Foam midsole, which gives a soft landing but still bounces back quickly. What really stands out, though, is how stable it feels on quick cuts. The twist truss setup helps you shift directions fast without losing control. And the flexible outsole makes those multi-directional movements smooth. The upper uses no-sew overlays, which keeps the shoe lightweight while still giving enough structure for support. It's breathable, flexible, and doesn't feel bulky. A nice balance for players who rely on agility. It sits comfortably in the mid-range price level, which feels fair for how much support and control it gives. ASICS Gel Fastball 3, best squash shoes for flat feet. This one feels built for players who want that perfect mix of stability and comfort under their feet. The base is flat and steady, which helps a lot if you've got flat feet or need extra arch support during long games. The cushioning gives that soft, supportive feel without being squishy, so you can move freely without losing control. The structure feels lightweight and flexible, which is great for fast movement across the court. The rubber sole has a strong grip, and the traction stays consistent even when the court gets a little dusty. The balance between grip and slide feels just right, enough to stop quickly but still move smoothly. The fit feels secure and snug, wrapping the foot nicely without squeezing. Some players mention it might need a short break-in period, but after that, it starts to feel like it molds to your foot. The lightweight fabric keeps things breathable, which helps a lot during intense matches. It's priced in that mid-range to premium area, and for players who want comfort, support, and control packed into one shoe, it's a really strong choice. Especially for anyone with flatter arches, this one can make a long session feel a lot easier on your feet. Nike Hyperset 2, best squash shoes for knees. This pair really stands out for players who want something that feels easy on the knees. The cushioning setup gives a nice soft landing every time you move or jump, which helps take some of the stress off your joints. The forefoot has that signature springy feel that makes quick movements smoother and less jarring. The mesh upper keeps things light and breathable, so your feet stay cool through long matches. The flywire lacing system locks your foot in securely, which means less slipping inside the shoe and better control during fast pivots. The grip on the outsole is top-notch too. You can stop and turn sharply without that sketchy slide that makes your knees twist the wrong way. The fit runs a little narrow, so players with wider feet might want to go half a size up to stay comfortable. Some people find them snug at first, but the shape tends to break in nicely after a few sessions. It falls into the entry-level premium range, and it feels like a great value for the cushioning and stability it brings. For anyone who deals with knee strain or just wants a shoe that feels smooth and protective on impact, this one checks all the right boxes. Finding the right pair really comes down to comfort, support, and how you move on the court. Each one has its own mix of grip, cushioning, and stability that can make a big difference in how confident you feel during play. If you're interested in any of the shoes from this video, all the links are down in the description. Don't forget to hit that like button if this helped you out, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss what's next. And if you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I always check those. You can also take a look at our other videos for more gear reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.